Hello friends, welcome back again. So today we are going to be discuss regarding to the applications of the Gauss law. Okay, so there are 4 applications we will discuss one by one. So before that I just want to clear that in the previous lecture I have discussed regarding to the Gauss law, what exactly is the Gauss law and what exactly its meaning, and two important things in the form of Maxwell first equation. Okay, this closed integral of d dot ds, that is equal to the charge. Okay, and del dot d is equal to rho v. Okay, I have already discussed in the previous lecture. Now we are going to be use these equations. So first of all, if we are going to be see what exactly is the practical application of the Gauss law, what we have to determine, we have to determine the electric field. First we have to determine the electric field by knowing it has some symmetricity. Always keep in mind that whenever Gauss law you are going to be apply, some symmetric space is there, symmetricity of the electric field is there, or electric D or E, electric field intensity or electric field density, symmetricity should be there. So what actually happening, sir, why symmetricity is there? If some symmetric distribution, charge distribution is there, so what will happen at this time when d dot ds is there, this d is going to be constant. Simply this d is going to be multiplied throughout the surface and you will get the q. So the calculation, whatever the integral is there, simply convert into the multiplication. Got it? Why is the symmetrical surface is considered? So that symmetricity of the charge distribution should be there. And if you consider that, okay, you got some surface like this point charge is there, this is the symmetrical. Okay, and another example is this line. I have considered this line. Okay, line charge, here symmetric charge distribution is there. So what the second step is, we have to determine the Gaussian surface. Okay, we have to determine what exactly is the Gaussian surface around this symmetric distribution. तो पहले हमें सबसे पहले क्या करना है दोस्तों, हमें फाइंड करना है कि जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी है, डेंसिटी है, वो सिमेट्रिक है या नहीं है. अगर है तभी आप गॉस लॉ अप्लाई करेंगे, अदरवाइज आप कूलम्स लॉ अप्लाई करेंगे. ठीक है. दूसरा क्या करना है, अगर ये फाइंड आउट कर लिया कि सिमेट्रिक है, तब आप क्या करेंगे, एक गॉसियन सरफेस इसके चारों तरफ कंसीडर करेंगे. ओके, नाउ come back to the first application. Let's start with the first application. You have to determine the strength of the electric field or electric field intensity or density due to a point charge q. This point charge q is there. You have to determine how much electric field is there. Okay, so I am going to be consider a first. I just know this q charge is there, so they need not to be much worried about the symmetricity because one charge is there. So what actually we have to be consider some Gaussian surface around this. Okay, Gaussian surface, what exactly it means? Gaussian surface is the space around sorry friends, so much helicopters are moving here and there, so much noise is there, but please try to understand. So now what actually happening, you can see this one. Okay, what I am considering this Gaussian surface around this one, and this Gaussian surface is such that whatever the this D or E it should be whether it is at normal or the tangential of this one, whether the angle should be 0 or 90 degree. Okay, so calculation will be easier for us. Okay, I am considering a spherical surface is around this point charge. Okay, so what actually happening, what is the Gauss law, d dot ds, that is going to be equal to q. Okay, d is the constant because I am considering the symmetric surface. Again, the closed integral of this ds of a sphere, what is actually, it is equal to 4 pi r square. As you already know, that's the surface area of the sphere, that is equal to the q. Hence, what actually, by using this equation you can easily determine d is equal to q upon 4 pi r square. Okay, d is equal to q upon 4 pi r square, and if you take the direction in the direction of ar, okay, this is the normal direction, I am considering that piece, and this is the directed outward. This direction is taking in the outward direction, so this is considered is equal to this one. This is the outward because I am considering the electric field radially outward, and divergent from the cos to from charge. It means it is, the charge is going away from this one. Okay, going outward this way, like this. Okay, now come back to the point. If you come to the Coulomb's idea, so what Coulomb said, E is equal to F upon QT. Okay, what Gauss say, simply you have determined D, and after D by epsilon you can easily determine E. Okay, so both have given the same expression. Coulomb has given the same thing, and but Gauss have given the same thing in a different way. Okay, so what actually happening, both have given the same result but their approach is different. Okay, कूलम्स की अप्रोच अलग थी और गॉस की अप्रोच अलग थी. ठीक है, उम्मीद है दोस्तों आपको ये समझ आ गया होगा ये एप्लीकेशन, है ना. सो इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर आई विल एक्सप्लेन द इन्फिनिटी लाइन चार्ज. ओके, सो नॉट दैट मच डिफिकल्ट, थोड़ा इजी था. ठीक है, तो जो सिमेट्रिकल चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है उसके अलॉन्ग जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो निकाला जाता है पॉइंट चार्ज के लिए वो सेम होता है जो कूलम्स लॉ में निकाल Q/4πε0 r². ओके, एंड इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ AR की डायरेक्शन में. ठीक है, तो चलिए दोस्तों मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट लेक्चर.